but the name is me, Ray Bradbury.
War Walker. Best book, hands down. Books are great.
It's a bold stance, War Walker. Books are great. I would agree.
Books
but
are great.
A lot of people just don't say it. You're the man that puts words to action.
Very direct. I like you.
Nasty Pope.
Nasty Pope.
All one word. David Tennant is a good actor.
I think they're referring to someone else. David Tennant is a good actor.
Yeah.
Nasty Pope is a bad speller. Why'd you name yourself Nasty Pope?
Well, you know, marks you out from all the good popes.
All the good popes. How many of them have there been?
Yeah.
Oh, controversial.
Aidan Class. I really like the book, and it seems that the adaptation will be nice and accurate.
I think it will be quite nice and relatively accurate.
Joël T. Louis Cool. The cast for this is amazing.
Correct.
Yeah.
Full Metal Mike. I saw the trailer for this when I saw Captain Marvel. I had no idea what it was about by the time the trailer ended, because the whole time I was like, why the hell does Simon Pegg look so different? Plot twist in capital letters. Turns out it was because it was Michael Sheen whole time.
There you go. I once had someone run down the street at me shouting, Gollum! 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 And I thought, not even Andy Serkis. If someone was shouting Andy Serkis and mistook me for Andy Serkis, I'd be all right. No, the most disgusting, hideous, even CGI'd creature ever on film.
That is unfortunate.
That's what you look like, mate. Gollum!
July 1976. Ooh,
Great year. Bicentennial. I remember where I was. I was 5 years old, riding bikes. What would have to happen for John Hamm to play Clark Kent / Superman, and how do we go about making this happen? First of all, buy a movie studio. Then what you're going to want to do is make $6 or $7 billion and then buy the rights to all the DC comics from Warner Brothers. Then by that point, I'll be 60, 70 years old, so I'll be too old to play it anyway.
Zote the Mighty says, I love Gaiman's work, and I'm glad to see his stuff hitting the small screen. But when the heck are we finally going to get a Sandman adaptation?
We've spent 30 years not getting a bad Sandman adaptation. I put more effort into killing terrible Sandmans that would have just curled your toes over the last 30 years because the time wasn't right, and in many cases the scripts definitely weren't right.
The Dandy Man. Nice. Took me a minute to realise that wasn't David Tennant playing dual roles. Ha!
Oh my God, there's someone else I look like now.
Yeah.
I mean, I should take that as a compliment.
Well, I mean...
Tony Lawliet.
John Hamm was my first choice to play Batman.
Tony, do you work for DC Studios? Do you work for Warner Brothers? Because it doesn't matter unless you work for them.
Zen_Hydra. Tennant as Crowley. Sheen as Aziraphale. Now we need someone incredible to play Agnes Nutter. But unfortunately, they got me.
This is from Psyduck.
Psyduck.
This picture made me realise that David Tennant is just the English analogue to Nicolas Cage. And I mean that as a huge compliment. I lived for a very short time
As Nicolas Cage.
As Nicolas Cage. No, I lived next to Nicolas Cage.
Did you?
He moved into a house next door, and it was down by the beach in Los Angeles. And the entire ground floor of this house that he lived in was just glass. And there were a lot of tourists.
You see more of Nicolas Cage.
Well, I saw a lot of him. But the tourists would walk past his house. And he had a car in his living room. And he used to stand there in his robe, drinking his coffee of a morning. And all the tourists would walk past and they'd go, there's Nicolas Cage. And they would take pictures of him and he would just wave at them.
Wow.
He is bonkers.
He sounds it.
Just another guy. Does John Hamm eat ham?
Yes, I do.
Do you eat ham?
I love ham. Oh. I like all kind of cured meat.
Connor Kelly says, Neil, you beautiful bastard.
Thank you.
Canteen Culter. This is all in block capitals.
So shout it. You need to shout it.
I'm gonna do it in the spirit of how it was written.
Good.
David, what has happened to your hair? Answer.
It's what has happened.
What has happened to your hair?
It's called hair dye. I'm an acting chameleon. FFS.
And there's a lot of hairstyles in this as well for you.
What has happened to your hair?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. What about my hair? Canteen culture. I went blonde.
Dumb. Of course they make Bannister crumble bench Satan. I think that's a joke on Benedict Cumberbatch. Bannister crumbles bench.
I got it. I just got a little late. Dumb. Sorry.
It's okay, Dom.
Dumb.
Tito Lopez says, make Terry Pratchett proud. And honestly, that was the driving force behind every decision, behind each thing we did. And what was lovely about it was also, it was infectious. So that was where I came from, and because I was the showrunner and that was my dream, I think we had over 200 cast, an enormous crew, amazing people all over the world doing amazing things, and we were all determined to make something that Terry would have loved.
If you like that video, we've got the cast of Dark Phoenix responding to your IGN comments, and we've also got Charles Dance doing it too.